How to stop living paycheck to paycheck. The cost of living can be high no matter where you live. Even if your income is average for your area, housing, utilities, and other necessities can add up quickly. Living paycheck to paycheck is something many people deal with on a regular basis, and it costs them a lifestyle that they do not desire, and they end up hating their jobs. Hello and welcome to Tom's Do-It-Yourself Investing, a channel where we discuss personal finance tips, investing guides, real estate, and the stock market. The Financial Education Council estimates that 65% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck at least once a year. If you're struggling to get out of this situation, in this video, I will share some tips on how you can stop living paycheck to paycheck and start putting something away for a rainy day instead. So without further ado, let's begin. Change your habits. First things first, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, it's probably because you're spending more money than you're bringing in. The first step to get out of this situation is to change your habits. Make a list of your monthly expenses and try to cut down on these costs as much as possible. This may mean driving an older car instead of a new one, buying used furniture instead of new, and eating out less often. You can also try to find ways to earn more money. There are plenty of side hustles you can do to bring in a little extra cash, like dog walking, freelancing, and driving for Uber or Lyft. Build an emergency fund. If you have no savings to fall back on in an emergency, it's easy to fall back into debt and live paycheck to paycheck. That's why it's important to build up your emergency fund as quickly as possible. Experts recommend having 3 to 6 months worth of expenses saved. The more the better. Use an online savings calculator to figure out how much you need to save each month to reach your goal. Once you have a good amount saved, you can use it to cover unexpected expenses like car repairs, medical bills, and other emergencies. Learn to budget. This is highly important, so make sure you focus on what I have to say here. Some people live paycheck to paycheck by accident. They have the money to pay their bills every month, but underestimate their expenses and spend too much. In this situation, it's a matter of learning to budget and track your spending. There are various budgeting methods you can try to help you accurately track your spending, such as the 50-30-20 budgeting method and the zero-based budgeting method, which I discuss in detail in another video. Whichever method you use, make sure you write down every single expense and keep track of how much you've spent. This will help you see where you can make cuts or find ways to bring in more income to reduce the amount of debt you owe. Now that we have discussed some really useful tips, you might be thinking you figured it all out. But wait, there's more, so keep watching the video until the end. Track your spending. If budgeting isn't working for you and you're still spending more than you're bringing in, there's a good chance you're not even aware of how much you're spending. To get a better idea of how much you're spending and where you can cut back, try using a budgeting app like Mint. Mint tracks your spending for you and creates graphs that show your average monthly spending over time. This will help you see when you're spending too much and where you can cut back. Once you are able to track your spending, you will notice and pick out the things where you are unnecessarily spending. Often we make subscriptions that we forget about, but due to the rising trend of automatic payments, we are charged and end up paying for services that we are no longer using. Thus, tracking would help you in picking out all the unnecessary expenses and would help you save. Consolidate your debt. If you have a lot of different types of debt, like a high-interest credit card or an auto loan, you might want to consider consolidating your debt. Debt consolidation is when you take all of your debt and combine it into one low-interest loan. This allows you to make lower monthly payments and get rid of higher debt faster. Be careful though. Debt consolidation companies can often charge high fees and don't always offer the same benefits as a debt consolidation loan from a bank. It's highly useful advice that you stop using credit cards altogether. When you're using credit cards, you are often tricked into buying things that you wouldn't buy with cash. It is recommended that you either purchase using cash or a debit card if you do not prefer to carry cash. Don't rely on bonuses. Let me tell you, bonuses are a trap when you're living paycheck to paycheck. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, a huge bonus is coming your way, it's easy to assume that you'll be able to get out of this situation with ease. However, if you're relying on this bonus to pull you out of debt, you might be setting yourself up for failure. Instead of relying on a big bonus to pay off your debt, make extra payments towards your debt throughout the year. This way, you'll have less debt to pay off when your bonus finally comes. Also, notice the pattern around the bonuses you receive. Where have you used the previous bonuses? Did you just end up using it to buy expensive items that all ended up being worthless? If yes, you need to reconsider your choices because a bonus in any case won't help you if you do not change the way you approach it. Eliminate credit cards. It is possible to become trapped in the paycheck to paycheck cycle if you carry a credit card balance from month to month. Consider the case of a high balance with a monthly interest charge. You may find it difficult to make a dent in your balance if the interest charge is close to your minimum payment. Consequently, you will have to make credit card payments for a much longer period of time. Keep your credit cards at home and build your debt payment into your budget. When you've got your balance under control, only use your credit card when your paycheck arrives. Take a minimalist approach. It's great to reduce stress and save some money by living a minimalist lifestyle. Don't collect wants that don't bring you joy or benefit your life. Think about what you really need in life. Using this method can help you curb impulse spending and improve your lifestyle. You can also use this method to clean out some clutter and unneeded items in your house. If you need some quick cash, consider selling what you can. Next spring, you can also deduct valuable items from your taxes. You can learn how to cook. The cost of food makes up a large portion of your budget, and cooking at home is healthier and cheaper than eating out. There's nothing complicated about preparing a tasty meal for yourself, even if you only have a few basic ingredients. In addition, there are a lot of free online recipes, videos, and even courses to prepare you for cooking. In addition to saving money on dining out, cooking is relaxing and you get to eat what you make. Ask for a raise. If you want to get out of living paycheck to paycheck, it's important to ask for a raise. You might think asking your boss for a raise is a bad idea, but getting paid more is actually one of the best ways to get out of debt faster. You never know, you might be just around the corner for getting a raise, and asking for will actually get you one. It is important to note that you should only ask for a raise after evaluating your own performance. If you believe that you have put in hard work and deserve the extra cash, go for it. On the contrary, if you think you do not deserve it yet, put in some hard work and the raise will come running towards you. Once you are successful in getting a raise, you can use the higher paycheck to make extra payments on your debt or put more money towards your savings. Increase your income. The easiest way to get out of living paycheck to paycheck is to increase your monthly income. There are a few ways you can do this. One way is to take on a side hustle and make money on the side. You must have heard never rely on one stream of income, so try to have a second or multiple sources of income. Another way is to switch careers. If you're in a low-paying job, it may be worth it to get another degree and switch careers, even if it takes a few extra years, because in the long run, it would be highly beneficial in getting you out of the paycheck trap. Now let's summarize what we've discussed in this video and make sense of it all together. Living paycheck to paycheck is one of the easiest ways to go broke. If you want to get out of this situation, it's important to change your habits and find ways to make more money. No matter how much money you make, it's important to learn to budget and track your spending. This will help you see where you can make cuts or find ways to bring in more income to reduce the amount of debt you owe. Getting out of paycheck to paycheck routine isn't rocket science, and I believe if you work towards it, you will be successful. Which tip did you find the most useful in this video? Let us know in the comments below if you have more insights to share. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask them and I will get back to you. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to share the knowledge with those who might find it useful. I will be back with more videos. Until then, take care and stay tuned.